Sông nước chảy quá trời luôn ha. Chạy rạc quá. Quá không? là cái quang cảnh đồng quê của Thụy Sĩ nha. Tuyệt vời luôn, quá là xinh đẹp. Coi mấy anh bò này. Cây cỏ xanh tươi quá ha. Đất nước này nó bé nhưng mà nó giàu lắm. Nhưng mà đi đến cái đất nước này thì cái chi phí của nó thấy rùng mình quá. Nếu mà họ ở đây đó thì họ có thể làm được cái tiền nhân công, cái giá thu nhập nó cao. Còn mà dân ở xứ khác mà tới đây mà ăn uống sử dụng cái dịch vụ ở đây, tiền thấy chóng mặt luôn. Ở cái đất nước này một đầu người một năm người ta có thể kiếm trên 80 mấy ngàn đô la. Nó muốn gần gấp đôi Mỹ luôn. Cái kinh tế nó rất là mạnh. Nhưng mà cái đất nước nó từ lâu là nó ở trong một cái chế độ trung lập. Nó không có theo nước lớn nước nhỏ nào hết. Bởi vậy tại sao mà có một số những người mà ở những cái quốc gia mà hơi nhạy cảm đó, họ đem tiền họ giấu ở đây nè. Người tụi nó giữ cho người ta là nó bí mật, nó không có công bố cho ai biết hết. Thành ra nên rất nhiều người đem tiền mà giấu ở đây. Giống như ngày xưa Tổng thống Marcos của Philippines vậy đó. Rất nhiều người mà tiền bạc mà có vẻ là không sạch sẽ đó là đem qua đây giấu hết. Giống bức tranh vậy không? Đẹp quá trời đẹp luôn. Cái quang cảnh đồng quê thấy nó thanh bình quá. Cái sợi dây hàng rào đó không biết có cái gì đặc biệt không. Mấy con bò này nó không dám đụng vào. đất nó thoai thoải, nó mô lên mô xuống, đẹp quá ha. Nó giống như là đất ở cái vùng Bảo Lộc, Đà Lạt vậy. Nó nhìn xa xa thấy coi nó xanh tươi vậy. Ở bên đó cái làn đường người ta vẽ ngộ ha. Cái lằn vàng ngay chính giữa nó không có vẽ, mà nó vẽ cái lằn vàng ở phía bên trong. Bên đây nó chạy xe cũng giống như bên Mỹ là giống Việt Nam luôn, đó là nó chạy bên tay phải. Đẹp quá, nhìn coi nó xanh rì luôn. Ngó lên cái đồi nhìn thấy đẹp quá ha. Mấy cái cây đó mới phải là cây thông không?
Queens. I'm in the beautiful city of Zurich, Switzerland, and I only have one full day here, so I'm going to do my best to make it count, to make the most of this day. We're going to go on an ultimate Swiss food tour of Zurich, eat some of the most iconic Swiss dishes, and also see some of the most famous sites right in Old Town Zurich, and I can't wait to share this day with you.
Bây giờ mời các bạn theo chân anh Mặc Quen để trải nghiệm những cái ẩm thực của Thụy Sĩ nhé.
And just enjoying this beautiful old town in Zurich right now. Breakfast in Switzerland is usually a light meal. You've got to have coffee and then usually some kind of pastry, maybe a croissant. They actually finished with croissants at this restaurant, so we just got some slices of bread and jam for breakfast. And I'm mostly going to save myself for bigger and cheesier
cái xứ
things
này
coming
chắc
up
có
later
lẽ
today.
là chắc cũng tốn tiền lắm đó nha.
Oh, that is an incredibly good macchiato. Oh, wow, that's amazing. Hey.
Cái đất nước này nó bé nhỏ nhưng mà nó cũng giàu lắm.
Oh, you can count on the bread to be good. Really nice and crusty on that
Cái
edge.
thu
And then
nhập
the
của
inside is
nó
like
một
that
đầu
slight
người một năm
gooiness.
tới 80
For my
mấy
next
ngàn
bite,
đô
he
la.
said I needed to try the butter. She said the butter is really,
Nên là
really
muốn
good.
gần gấp
All
đôi Mỹ luôn.
Oh yeah,
Bởi vậy nên
that is some really good butter.
cái
Really creamy.
như là cái giá cả đồ này nọ chắc nó ăn 20 mấy đô la đó cái đó.
And one of the things that you're gonna love
Thế nào nó
about being
cũng
in
phải là
Zurich,
cao
about
giá
being in
rồi.
Switzerland is the
Tại vì nó làm
you
lương
get
cao
all
mà.
over. All of the fountains have water drinking spigots that you can just fill your bottle up and drink from. Oh, thank you. And you have got fresh, cool Swiss water. Tastes really good, and it's nice and cold too. There's a huge terrace up here, and it's a park, but you can get a great view of Zurich, of the city, of the river. You can just relax in this park. You can have a seat. You can enjoy the fresh air, and you've got a pretty good view. You can see the mountains in the background, and you can see some of the major attractions, some of the major landmarks of Zurich. And this just gives you a good glimpse, a good
Đất nước này nó rất là bé.
you get your bearings of Zurich when you're up here.
Nó có khoảng 8 triệu người thôi. Đất đai thì có 42.000 km vuông nhưng mà nó giàu lắm.
We walked back across the river.
Nó có cái chế độ tự do nhưng mà nó trung lập, nó không có theo ai hết.
Kind of early, right as they open. I'm not even sure if they're open here, but I wanted to make sure that we get a table here for lunch, because this is one Swiss food you don't want to miss when you come to Switzerland.
Thành ra nên là có nhiều người
Famous for fondue, and I want to say a big thank you
đem
to
tiền
Marcel
giấu
for
bên
recommending
Thụy
this
Sĩ
place.
là ở đây nè.
Yeah, the traditional fondue one. And also, I think
Tại vì ai gửi tiền cho nó thì nó giấu tên, nó không có cho ai
Switzerland is
biết
of
hết.
course a cheese lover's paradise. If you love cheese, you have to come to Switzerland. And so I ordered 2 different cheese dishes.
Danke. Das ist Fondue.
Thank you.
Oh, this is for the raclette.
Yes.
Raclette.
Okay, you know with raclette?
Not really. No.
Or mushroom,
You can grill it.
or with this, or tomato.
Để coi cái
and
trận này ảnh ăn cái trận này có bao nhiêu tiền nha.
special.
Hồi nãy là 20 mấy đô ăn
Right
không
in
có
the
gì
center
trơn.
is the fondue, cheese fondue, and then over here on this side, this is the raclette, the traditional fondue. There's 4 different types of cheese in there. There's white wine, there's a type of liquor in there, and then garlic. And that is just starting to slow bubble around. That is just beautiful. You can see how oozy that is. There's a lot of tradition and etiquette involved in eating fondue, and I'm not sure if I know all the rules, but I will do my best. The bread is used for not only dipping in the cheese, but for also mixing the cheese and keeping the cheese
Phô
mixed
mai
with
mà
the
nó nấu
wine
cho chảy ra.
Oh, that's submerged. Oh, it's so soft. And some people dip in a figure 8. Oh, by the way, that's 200 grams of cheese. And so the dipping also works to keep it stirred and keep it fresh, and also to submerge your piece of bread. And then you get look at that cheese. And then you twirl and revolve until it stops dripping. Once it stops dripping, you're supposed to put it onto your plate and then eat it with your fork. Wow. Oh, that's amazing. Oh, that blend of cheese is insane. It's a little bit salty. You can taste the garlic in there. You can taste the essence of the white wine. And then that's just, the cheese is
Hình như là nó có bỏ tỏi vô trong đó.
really smooth, and it doesn't have a very, very strong cheese flavor, but it's like a perfect blend. Wow, that's really, really good. Cut this in half, and same process. go into the cheese. Actually, for this bite, let me twirl this around. Stick this onto my plate. She gave us two different seasonings. One is pepper and paprika. Paprika and pepper? Or is this like... Wait, what is this one? I'm not sure. And then there's also pepper. There's also black pepper. So you can season. I'm going to add some of this. Whoa. Okay. And then add some paprika. And then add on some black pepper as well. And actually, I'll put some pepper onto my plate for later. You can additionally, I think you can sprinkle some directly into your cheese if everyone in your party is happy about that. I've got the trio of spices going on though. Oh, wonderful! That cheese just kind of mops everything up. Oh, look at all that pepper. That's like a paprika crust on that potato. Oh, that is marvelous. And that's a good potato too. But the cheese is insane. I forgot to mention that the bread is traditionally supposed to be day-old bread, so that it's kind of crusty and kind of old bread. And actually, fondue started as a dish of leftovers. So like leftover cheese scraps were boiled into meltedness, and then leftover bread was used to dip into it. So it's actually a traditional leftover dish, but it's absolutely an awesome combination. Perfect ooziness. Once you dip and revolve, then I have sprinkled a bunch of pepper and paprika onto my plate. And the cheese just works to perfectly create a crust of pepper and paprika. Look at that. Oh yes.
Anh này ăn ớt là thấy ghê luôn.
I think it's not traditional to eat right off the fork, but it is very convenient. Wow. The pepper and paprika really gives it the extra edge of flavor. The cut cheese, stick it onto the tray. We're gonna melt this until it's melted goodness. Let this sit here, and then you can take all these little ingredients. I got it with ham. There's ham. There is shallots. Oh, she said we could add a shallot on. Hold on. I'm gonna grab my cheese real fast. I think these are shallots. I think stick this into the melted cheese. I think that's a fantastic idea. Oh, and I might add some pepper to mine as well. Hold on, real fast. Add some pepper. All right. Stick this into the tray to bubble away. And then I'm gonna stick on a piece of ham. So this top tray is hot too, and you can just sizzle whatever you want. I think we're good to go on this raclette. Oh, look at that again, just melted goodness. Scrape it out onto the plate. Oh, that is cheese dreams right there. I'm gonna go in with the ham into the cheese. I'm not totally sure how to eat this, but I think I want it all in one bite with that shallot. Oh yeah, this is gonna be hot. Oh. That is just the absolute perfect melted cheese that you could possibly have in your mouth. It's so oozy, but then at the same time, when you cook it in that little pan, it has that little edge of caramelized cheese layer, and then I loved it with the pepper and then the shallot. And for this one, I have cut up a potato, and I'm gonna stick it onto the potato. Oh, it just slides. Oh, just cheese sliding. Oh, wonderful. Okay, and for this bite, I will give it a little bit of a rest before I want that mushroom in this bite as well. Wow.
Nó có cái lò nướng hay quá ha.
Awesome. And we're getting down to the very bottom of the fondue. There's starting to be a golden crust on the bottom there. And there's some oil and juices, cheese juices. But I'm not letting any of this cheese go to waste here. Oh, it's such good cheese. And on my plate, I have black pepper, and I think this is a type of, I think it's nutmeg. It tastes kind of like nutmeg. It has a little bit of a, okay.
Cái trận này của ảnh chắc cũng không dưới $50 rồi đó.
Oh, is cheese, and this is just like completely crispified crust of cheese. Actually, I think you just got to go in with your fingers on this. Look at that's an entire cheese chip. Oh, wow. Yep. That is caramelized cheese. It's crispy. It's so rich. This is my dessert for this meal. Fondue is a Swiss dish that's very popular in the cold winter months because it keeps you very warm with all that fat. It happens to be right in the middle of the summer now, though. But I'm
Hình
not,
như là
I'm not
120
regretting
mấy
at
đô
all
hả?
having fondue. But I am feeling kind of warm, digesting all that fatty, wonderful cheese. Fondue is not. It's not one of those dishes that makes you really full, apart from the richness of it. But it is a very social dish, and it's fun to eat. It adds not only the delicious cheese, but also the element of cooking yourself, and it's fun to eat. That is exactly what I need after 300 grams of melted cheese. One of the best things to do when you're in Zurich is just to walk around and explore the old town streets. They're so nice to walk around. The architecture is beautiful. There are little shops and cafes and restaurants all over. When you see the skyline of Zurich, this is one of the most recognized churches that you will see. And it was originally commissioned by Charlemagne and built sometime in the 1100s or 1200s. It is a Romanesque style Protestant church. You can enter the church, but they don't allow any photos inside. But then you can pay then you can pay a small fee and go up to the top of the tower. It's pretty tight spiral staircase. It's awesome though.
There's someone coming out now. Oh. Well, I can't turn around. No, I mean just like go up against the wall.
I'll squeeze.
I think I'm.
Okay. Thank you. Okay, made it to the top. Or to the platform section. There's stairs. It keeps on going. It's pretty tall.
Còn cái này ảnh đi đâu đây không biết.
I can say with certainty that I'm feeling all that cheese right now. Oh, all the views are awesome. Just that beautiful architecture of Zurich. Well worth visiting to the top. The views are amazing. It's been almost an hour since I had last lunch with all that cheese. I think it's time for lunch number 2. And we're heading over more towards Lake Zurich. There's a real legendary restaurant that serves classic Swiss food. And
Ảnh
that's
đang
where
đi
we're gonna
tìm
have
cái
our
nhà
next
hàng
meal.
ảnh ăn nữa.
Hello. Are you open now?
Sure.
Okay.
Yeah,
Thank
open
you.
all day.
Okay, thank you. It really has some character, some heritage to this restaurant, and the menu is not huge, but they have a list of very classic Swiss dishes on their menu, and I'm going straight in for the most classic of all Swiss dishes. Wow, this restaurant is extremely fancy. I have to be honest and tell you that I didn't know this restaurant was going to be so fancy and so expensive. Ying and her sister are already full from last meal, so we just ordered one of the main dishes. I got a starter, one of the classic main dishes that I had to try, and they also got a dessert. This is a very, very expensive restaurant, but I guess I'm only in Zurich for one day. Got to make the most of it. For dessert, Ying wanted to get the chocolate mousse, so we ordered an order of chocolate mousse, and it comes in this big bowl, but then she scoops it onto the plate, little scoops, and then whips up the cream and sticks it on top. It's absolutely beautiful. I gotta taste Ying's chocolate mousse real fast. It just looks absolutely spongy. Oh, that texture. Look at the airiness of that. creamy and fluffy at the same time, and like it's like foam, but it's like dense. It's not like an airy foam. It's really wow, it's extremely delicate. Thank you very much. Can you tell me the name of this dish one more time?
In the official
yeah,
one,
the official name.
Zürich.
Zürich.
So this means Zürich,
Zürich.
the name of the city. But in Swiss German it's not Zürich, it's not Zürich.
Okay.
Schnatzlitz.
Zürich Schnatzlitz.
And
Okay.
Schnatzlitz means sliced.
Zürich Schnatzlitz.
Así es.
Okay. Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
This is one of the must-eat dishes when you are in Switzerland, and it is a combination of, it's a veal stew, which is reduced down with white wine, and there's cream in there, and then slices of veal, and then it's served along with rosti, which is fried. They're little strips of potato which are then fried. It has that golden crust. It's kind of similar to hash browns, but in a very high-quality kind of way.
Cái món này nó đơn giản quá, giống như món ăn sáng vậy. Rồi mình để coi lát nó tính nhiêu tiền nha.
Veal is so tender, and those potatoes are like crispy in the perfect kind of way. That caramelized crispy, and that stew, it's really rich and creamy. Oh, that's exquisite. Some pepper here. Okay, that should be good. And then, yeah, even the potatoes are really good. This is one of the classic Swiss side dishes, and it's delicious. This is another classic Swiss dish. It's veal sausage made into a salad, sliced thin, and that's just a bouquet of sliced sausage. There's some onions on top, and then it's in a dressing. I can taste the mustard in that sauce.
Cái này thì giống như là thịt ham mà sắc mỏng ra vậy. Bỏ một miếng hành lên vậy thôi, có mẹ gì đâu.
Quality. It's really good.
At Tires Plus, you're in the driver's seat. Your tires last longer when they wear evenly, so we'll rotate any set of tires you buy from.
The best thing about this is I still have more in the pot, which I'm very happy about. Oh,
You want that a second?
yes,
Can I
please.
put, I bring a new plate and I'll make it hot for you.
Oh, thank you very much.
Yeah, this is
Another thing that I forgot to mention to you is that even the plate is warmed before you eat, so everything is taken into consideration here. It's very, very proper, it's very plush, but that food is awesome. Okay, I'm gonna hit that with some pepper. Freshly ground black pepper is one of the joys of life. And that combination, when you get that ratio, I'm liking the 50-50 ratio of potatoes to veal and sauce. That is about perfect. That is such high quality. That is
Cái
so
này là chỉ có khoai tây
tender
chiên
veal.
với mấy miếng thịt. Vậy thôi.
And then at the very end of your meal, they give you a little basket of cigar-sized wafers and chocolate. Very lightly sweet, have a vanilla taste. Okay, try the chocolate next. And of course, Switzerland is world-renowned for their chocolate. With the crown. Oh, this is the crown from the emblem from the restaurant. Oh, there's some kind of cream on the inside. Okay. Wow. Wow, that quality. And that's going to be my final bite. I'm just going to let that rest on my tongue. I got to tell you this crazy coincidence. Our bill came out to be the exact amount as last restaurant, 126. There's no doubt that that was a splurge of a meal. But if you eat here when you're in Zurich, they definitely will take care of you.
Trời ơi.
The one thing that I wish had been a little bit different is that I wish they would have given slightly larger portions. The portions were okay size.
Mấy cái phần ăn đó mà ở bên Mỹ này đó không tới $20 luôn. Dễ sợ quá. Nó đi Âu Châu mà đi vô Thụy Sĩ này chắc có nước chết quá. Bà con nhớ nha, Đức với Thụy Sĩ, mà Thụy Sĩ là còn dữ dằn hơn nữa. Tại vì cái nhân công nó trả lương cao lắm. Mà ăn mà chẳng có ra cái con mẹ gì hết mà quá trời tiền luôn. Thấy ghê luôn.
And you can see some boats out there where people are paddling and relaxing. But just the natural beauty and how it's amazing how clean and how clear it is right in this alpine lake.
Anh bạn này đó là ảnh đi du lịch, ảnh phải ăn để anh quay phim. Chứ còn hay là ảnh tới đây là ảnh cũng là nhện rồi đó.
It's pretty cold when you get all the way in, but it's so refreshing. This feels awesome. Oh, my first swim in Lake Zurich.
Ảnh đi xuống dưới cái sông.
I feel like a new man after that swim. Oh, it's so refreshing.
Lội luôn.
Walking through the peaceful old town cobblestone streets of Zurich, and on our way now to go have dinner.
Bây giờ ảnh ăn chiều. Hồi nãy là ảnh ăn trưa không, nó ăn 2 lần.
Hey, hello. A bit shocked. I ran into him, and yeah, I hope he enjoys Switzerland. And yeah, so many things to do here. Have fun.
Cool. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
One more beautiful bridge to cross in Zurich, and I think this is the Love Bridge because there's so many locked locks here, and conveniently located right across the bridge should be
một cái ống khóa là một cái tình cảm thôi.
Dark and cloudy, but this is going to be the final restaurant on this Swiss food tour of Zurich. Oh, thank you. Oh, okay. All right. Thank you very much. It's raining outside. This is the perfect time to be hanging out here and eating again. And I ordered 2 classic Swiss dishes. This is gonna wrap it up. This is gonna finish off this Zurich Swiss food tour in Zurich. This is their specialty at this restaurant, which is the jumbo cordon bleu, and it is a pork cutlet which is stuffed with. I'm sure it's stuffed with a lot of cheese and I think ham.
Mấy cái món này thì thôi, nhìn thấy giống như món ăn sáng luôn nha. Không bao nhiêu, không có ngon lành gì hết. Mà để lát coi nhiêu tiền nha.
And it's pork and oh yes. Okay, there's not like a lot of oozy melting cheese coming out of it, but probably if you squeeze, oh yes, there it flows. Oh, there it comes out. Oh, and there's layers of ham. Oh, it's just stuffed. Okay. Oh, wonderful. I have to begin with this. And I have to scoop up all of that, mop up all of that cheese that I just squeezed out. Oh yeah. Oh, that's awesome. The breadcrumb crust, it's almost like a crispy skin. And then the pork is very thin, and then the cheese is sort of mild but really creamy. And this is also a pretty significant sized sausage. This is a veal sausage, Mop up some of that onion gravy. Like almost a little bit of a cardamom kind of flavor, and a kind of an herb flavor as well. That is very fluffy and very juicy, and the texture is very, very fine, very smooth. Grab this wedge of lemon here, squeeze her on. All right, and go in for my next bite here. Oh, that cheese! That cheese just remains runny. And they're like, how many layers are in here? You've got the crust, you've got 2 layers of pork because it's stuffed, and 2 layers of ham, and then just packed full of cheese. That is extremely rich. And then salad to complete the whole meal. This is another hearty meal in Switzerland. Mission accomplished. Just finished with that. That was pretty good size. That was definitely the best value, largest portion size so far today. And that was actually really good. I can't say I've had cordon bleu very often in my life. I've only had it a couple times. That is definitely the best one I've had, the best quality I've had as well.
Toàn nói chuyện tới trăm đô không à.
Flown by, and we've come to the end of the day. So that completes
cái món đó bên Mỹ hả, ăn thì chắc cũng chừng 20 bạc.
It is a little bit of a price shock. Restaurants are really, let's just say that it's not a budget or a cheap destination by any stretch of the imagination. But you really come here for the beauty and the peace and the quiet. I want to say a big thank you to you for watching this video. Please remember to give it a thumbs up and leave a comment below. And also, if you're not already subscribed, click subscribe now. Also, I will leave all the details in the description box below, all the information about the restaurants I ate at and the prices and everything below. And thanks again for watching. Goodbye from Zurich, Switzerland, and I'll see you on the next video.